y'all, Tina here, and today I'm doing a little something different. My friend Erica Conger recently had a video where she had 99 random questions that people rarely ask you, or something like that. And I thought it was so much fun that I decided I wanted to do it as well, and because it's a little more casual and relaxed, we're here in my kitchen with my plants instead of in my beauty corner. I have the questions up over here on my laptop, and I haven't actually gone through and read these questions yet, so I'm seeing them not really for the first time because I did watch her video, but I haven't thought about my answers to them. I reserve the right to skip any question that I feel is too personal or that I just don't have an answer for. Otherwise, we're just gonna kind of rapid fire go through these 99 questions. First one, do you sleep with the closet doors open or closed? We have a walk-in closet. We're both lazy. That door is open all the time. Do you take shampoo or conditioner bottles from a hotel? Well, first of all, I hardly ever stay in a hotel, but second of all, generally no. I used to, but I really do like the shampoo and conditioner that I use, which is the L'Oreal Elvive. And so I kind of have quit taking them because I still have travel size stuff from ages ago and I don't need any more. Do you sleep with your sheets tucked in or out? They're tucked in at the bottom, but not on the sides because I'm at that age where the covers are on, then the covers are off, then the covers are on and a foot is out. Sometimes 2 feet are out. You know, you do what you gotta do to maintain the temperature at night. And no, so the sides of the sheets are not tucked in. Have you stolen a street sign before? I have not. Number 5 is, do you like to use Post-it notes? I use Post-it notes, but it's not like I like to use them. I think they're kind of annoying, to be honest, and I tend to lose Post-it notes. They don't stick, they fall off, I find them behind my desk, whatever, so I actually prefer not to use Post-it notes. Do you cut out coupons and never use them? No, I don't cut out coupons, and so I don't have coupons. I did go through a couponing phase when my 3 oldest children were small, but I also tended to buy more generic products, and coupons are never for generics. Now I don't bother. Would you rather be attacked by a bear or a swarm of bees? Well, the bees sound miserable, but I think I have a better chance of surviving that, so I'm gonna go with the bees. 8, do you have freckles? A few, but more on my shoulders and back than I actually have on my face. Number 9, do you always smile for pictures? Yes, I do. I try to. Except sometimes when I'm doing thumbnails for YouTube and I have to do the YouTube face or the to show emotion, Number 10 is, what's a specific pet peeve that you have that most people don't? For me, it is packaging of makeup products that is so tiny that you can't read it even with a magnifying glass, or that is like a sparkly silver on white or pink, and it's a pet peeve of mine because I think it's specifically difficult for people who are older, whose eyes are maybe not as sharp as they once were. A lot of times I will say to my daughter, who's 16, hey, what does this say? And she has no trouble reading it. But me, even with my contacts and a pair of readers, still can't figure it out. 11 is, do you ever count your steps when you walk? No, I don't do that. 12, have you ever peed in the woods? Yep, sure have. I have gone camping. 13, have you ever stepped in dog poo? Unfortunately, yes. 14, do you ever dance even if there's no music playing? All the time. I love to dance, and my daughter and I will just kind of, start jigging in the kitchen if we feel like it. 15, do you chew the ends of your pens and pencils? No, I really don't, not anymore. I used to, but I really don't. 16, how many hours of sleep do you get a night? I generally get between 7 and 8 hours of sleep, and most of the time I wake up without an alarm clock, so that's pretty much the sleep that I need as well. 17, what size is your bed? We have a king-size bed. We started out married in a full-size bed, and when we had a toddler and I got pregnant with the second one, and there was the toddler and my 2 pillows for my back and my belly, and we realized that we were going to have another one in there with us, we upgraded to a king. 18, what is your song of the week? I don't know. I don't really have a song of the week, and I'm really bad about knowing song titles anyway, so I would have to say I don't have one. I mean, the last few weeks, it's been something from Cats because that's the play that we did, and so the songs that were running on loop in my head were those songs, but I don't have a song of the week, sorry. 19, is it okay for guys to wear pink? Absolutely, guys can wear whatever they want, girls can wear whatever they want, I don't care. 20, do you still watch cartoons? No, not very often, but I'm looking forward to getting back into them with my grandbaby. 21, what is your least favorite movie? And I don't really have like one specific that I can think of, but I'm gonna do a whole genre, and that would be anything horror. I hate horror movies. I hate being scared. So anything that's like horror, or I have not watched this movie, but something like Silence of the Lambs or something like that, I just don't want to watch anything like that. 22, where would you bury hidden treasure if you had some? And I hate to just steal Erica's answer on this, but gee whiz, if I told you where I was gonna bury my hidden treasure, then it wouldn't be very hidden, would it? 23, what do you drink with dinner? Generally water. I think about the days when I could go out to dinner and like have a Diet Coke or an iced tea with dinner and still be able to sleep that night. And I wonder how I did it, because now if I had that with dinner, I'd be up until like next Tuesday. I don't know. 24, what do you dip chicken nuggets in? Well, most of the time I can't eat chicken nuggets because I have a gluten intolerance. But if I do happen to have gluten-free chicken nuggets, which I actually have in my freezer right now, and I'm so excited about it, I will dip them in ranch or ketchup. 25, what is your favorite food? My favorite food is pastas of all kinds, especially fettuccine alfredo. And there's really nothing in a traditional fettuccine alfredo that I can eat because I can't have the cream or the cheese or the pasta, but I do make a pretty decent alternative. So I would still have to say probably fettuccine alfredo with grilled chicken in it. What movies could you watch over and over again and still love? I don't know. I really don't watch movies very often, so I can't come up with one. I'm sorry. 27, the last person you kissed or kissed you, and I think that would be my daughter. When I said goodbye this morning, I had to run some errands and I gave her a hug and a kiss on the cheek. 28, were you ever a Girl Scout? I was a brownie and then a Girl Scout. I was never a cadet. I think that's the one above the Girl Scout though. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I loved Girl Scout camp and getting my badges and all that kind of stuff. So yes, I was a Girl Scout. 29, would you ever strip tease or pose nude in a magazine? Nope, sure would not. 30, when was the last time you wrote a letter to someone on paper? And trying to think, I think it was a thank you note to someone who made a donation to our theater. I think that's probably the last time I wrote something on paper. 31 is, can you change the oil in a car? I know the basics of how to change the oil in a car. I have changed the oil in a car, but it's been a very long time. So if I had to, yes, I think I could figure it out, but it might take me a while. 32, ever got a speeding ticket? Yes, I have. I think I've had 2. They were both when I was in my 20s. 33, ever ran out of gas? I think the answer to this is yes, but I can't remember. Maybe it was traumatic and I blocked it. I don't know. But yeah, I think I did. If my husband was here, I'd ask him. He would remember. He remembers everything. 34, what's your favorite kind of sandwich? I love egg salad sandwiches. I can't have them because I can't have eggs, but I love them. So I guess my favorite kind that I can have now would probably be like a club sandwich that has like salami and turkey and ham, lettuce, like a Dagwood sandwich, everything on it. 35 is best thing to eat for breakfast. I would have to say probably like bacon and eggs or sausage and eggs, something like that. Can't have eggs, but that would be the best thing to eat for breakfast. In its place, I usually have like some kind of breakfast meat and then a bagel or toast or something like that that's gluten-free. Number 36, what's your usual bedtime? I usually go to bed around 11. Number 37, are you lazy? Unfortunately, I would have to answer this as probably yes. I fight against it all the time, but I don't often win. 38, when you were a kid, what did you dress up as for Halloween? I don't really remember a lot of what my costumes were. I think a lot of times I wore a dance costume because I was a dancer and we always had recitals, so I would wear one of those. I remember when as a preteen, my friends and I, we dressed up as babies. I was just talking to my daughter about that. We had so much fun. We had like onesies and binkies and bottles. And anyway, so yeah. 39, what's your astrological sign? I'm a Taurus. I was born in April. 40, how many languages do you speak? 1, I speak English. 41, do you have any magazine subscriptions? No, I don't. Does anyone still? 42, which are better, Legos or Lincoln Logs? Probably Legos, although my kids did have both. 43, are you stubborn? Who, me? Stubborn? Mom? Am I stubborn? I might be maybe, yeah. Okay, yes, I'm stubborn. 44, who is better, O'Brien or Letterman? I have no idea because I don't watch them. 45, ever watch soap operas? Yes, I did. I loved The Young and the Restless and Days of Our Lives and One Life to Live. I never got into General Hospital much, even though all of my friends in college watched General Hospital. That wasn't one that I cared about. 46, are you afraid of heights? Nope, not at all. I was as a kid, but I am not anymore. 47 is, do you sing in the car? Absolutely, even though my daughter hates it and a lot of times will ask me to stop. A lot of times I comply. Number 48 is, do you sing in the shower? Not generally, but if I'm in a show or preparing for an audition, I will sing in the shower and practice there. 49, do you dance in the car? Yep, absolutely, man. Sometimes that song comes on and you just gotta groove to it. 50, ever shot a gun? Yes, I have done target practice with a gun. 51 is the last time you had a portrait taken from a photographer, and I think that would have probably been my son's wedding. 52, do you think musicals are cheesy? Well, sometimes, but sometimes cheesy is good. I love musicals, all kinds of musicals. 53, is Christmas stressful? Yes, Christmas is stressful. Sometimes it's good stress, sometimes it's bad stress, but it is stressful and we are kind of working on trying to figure out a way to make it less so. 54, ever eat a Big Mac? Yes, and I can even say the jingle. 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. 55, favorite type of fruit pie? Probably apple. No, strawberry. Strawberry pie is probably my very favorite. 56 is occupations you wanted to be as a kid. I wanted to be a professional ballet dancer. 57 is, do you believe in ghosts? No, I do not. 58, ever had a deja vu feeling? This I have had, and that's the feeling where something happens and then it feels like it goes by again, and you it's like, I've been here before, this person said these exact words before, I've met this person before, yeah, and it's kind of freaky. 59, do you take a vitamin daily? Yes, in fact, I take several of them. 60, do you wear slippers? No, and I usually don't wear socks. And my mom as a kid, was always telling me to put socks on. And I'm like, my feet are cold, I don't want to wear socks. Sometimes even when my feet are cold, I don't want to wear socks. I just don't like them. 61, do you wear a bathrobe? Nope, don't do that either. 62, what do you wear to bed? I wear jammies. I have a couple pair, especially like capri pants with a short sleeve, like I was talking about before, getting too hot. So just kind of a cotton, lightweight pajama. 63, what was your first concert? I don't know if, there's 2 that I can't remember what order they came in. I went and saw Stevie Wonder, and I went and saw Kenny and Dolly. And I can't remember which one was first, but it was one of those. 64, Walmart, Target, or Amazon. If I need something quick and local, it's Walmart, because that's all I've got. Generally, I order from Amazon for a lot of things, and I almost never go to Target because the nearest one's an hour away, and I feel like Target is more expensive than other places. So Walmart or Amazon. 65 is Nike or Adidas. I've never owned either one. 66, Cheetos or Fritos. If I could eat them, probably Cheetos. 67 is peanuts or sunflower seeds. I'm gonna say peanuts. 68, ever listen to vinyl records? Yes, all the time. I had a little suitcase one that would play 45s when I was little, and would listen to like Peter Pan and Mary Poppins and things like that. And then bought one of my first big purchases after working was I bought my stereo piece that had the turntable, the radio tuner, and an 8-track tape. I still have it, it still works. 69 is, ever take dance lessons? Yes, I took dance lessons from the time I was 3 years old until late into my 20s. And then started them up again when I was like 50. So yeah, taking dance lessons. 70 is, what was your first job? I babysat in my neighborhood. I was like 12 years old. $1 an hour, no matter how many kids there were. 71, can you curl your tongue? Yep, sure can. 72, ever won a spelling bee? I don't ever remember being in like a formal spelling bee or even doing it in class, so I guess no. 73, have you ever cried because you were so happy? Absolutely. My wedding, when my kids were born, when my kids got married, when I was pregnant at a Kleenex commercial. Yeah, no, I cried. Yes, I cried because I was happy. 74, do you own a CD player? Yes, I do. 75, do you own a tape recorder? I'm not sure, but I think so. I think there's one upstairs in the attic. But like I said before, I do own a working 8-track, still have some tapes for it, and a working VHS. 76, do you like to burn candles? Yes, I do. I have to be very careful though because they can give me a headache very quickly. My daughter actually makes candles now, and I'm kind of part of her testing when she's testing fragrances, because I'll be like, nope, that one's a headacher, and so they don't get made. But yes, I do burn candles. 77, ever been in love? Yes, I have, and still married to the love of my life. It'll be 33 years in November. 78 is who would you like to see in concert? I don't know. I don't think I have anybody that I'm really like, oh gosh, I'd love to see them in concert. So no one? 79, what was the last concert you went to? That might have been Air Supply when I was in college. Yeah. 80, ice water or iced tea? Depends on the time of the day. I love iced tea, but I can't have it after lunch. So if it's after that, I guess ice water. 82, sugar cookies or snickerdoodles? Sugar cookies. 83, can you swim well? See, the well is the tricky part of that. I can swim. I don't know that I would say that I swim well. I swim well enough not to drown, but I think I would tire quickly. 84 is, can you hold your breath without holding your nose? Yes, I can. 85, are you patient? I think sometimes yes, and sometimes no. It depends on what I'm waiting for, I think. But I think generally yes, that I am patient. I feel like I'm not moving around very much, and this is getting really boring. 86, DJ or band at a wedding? I think a DJ. I like not being limited by a set list or what the band knows, and I like things to sound like I expect them to sound. So I think DJ. 87, ever won a contest? Last year I won one of Jen Phelps's 100,000 subscriber giveaways. So that was my most recent one. 88 is, have you ever had plastic surgery? No, I have not. And my light is getting weird because it's starting to get darker outside. It's kind of almost golden hour. And every time I turn my face away to look at the computer, my camera tries to adjust the lighting. And so I hope it's not weird. I hope it's not weird. 89, which are better, green or black olives? Black olives, but only under certain circumstances and in certain foods. 90, can you knit or crochet? I can do both. My Aunt Anne taught me to crochet when I was about 8, and I taught myself to knit using YouTube videos like 15 years ago. I haven't knit in quite a while or crochet, but yes, I can do both. 91, best room for a fireplace? I'm gonna say the living room. We have a wood stove in our living room, and I love it when it's going, when it's cold outside and it's so warm and cozy and you're all snuggled up on the couches watching something on TV. I just think it's wonderful. 92, do you believe in love at first sight? I think that there can be attraction at first sight, but I'm not sure about love, because love is about more than just a feeling. It's a choice that you make, and sometimes it's a difficult choice, but you make that choice to love no matter what. I don't think you can make that commitment to somebody that you just met. So, attraction, yes. Love, that takes time. 93 is, how long have you been married? On November 20th, my husband and I will be married 33 years. That's just incredible to me. 94 is one I'm changing, and I am going to be asking, did you like high school? I did like high school. I liked school itself. I liked learning, and I was on the dance team. I was in show choir. And so I just had a really good time in high school. 95 is, do you cry and throw a fit to get your way? No, I'm a grown-up. I'm not 2. I don't cry and throw a fit. 96, do you like to read? I love to read. I really, really do. I like holding a physical book. I like reading on my phone. I like reading on a Kindle. I like listening to audiobooks. I just love getting lost in a story. 97, what's your fave book? I don't think I have a fave book, like, oh my gosh, this was the best book. But there is a series that I read and I listened to when my daughter was young. My 4th child was a baby, and I had a sewing business. I made cloth diapers and sold them online. And there was this series, it was the Elm Creek Quilt series. Okay, maybe I do have a favorite book. Those were wonderful. And there's a section in there that I actually copied. I listened to it and transcribed it because it talked about being a new mom and it just brought me to tears. And I still have it, and I just, every now and then I read it, and it's just amazing. So yes, the Elm Creek Quilt Club books, I loved those. 98 is, what is your least favorite color? Probably like a chartreuse, like that pea soup green. Yeah, I don't like that. 99 is a hard one. It's, do you miss anyone right now? Yeah, there are people I miss. I'm getting weird light, so I'm gonna wrap this up, but we lost a baby many years ago. I miss my dad, my father-in-law, so many people, my grandmother that have gone before, and yeah, I think we all have people we miss. So, hi, I'm getting this weird halo. Okay, hang on. I had to just shift a little bit because I was getting a really bad glare coming down. The sun is going down. I hope that you had as much fun listening to these questions as I had doing them. And thank you, Erica, for bringing this to my attention. I will have Erica's channel and her video linked down below if you want to go see what she had to say about all this. If you aren't subscribed, please take just a second and hit that subscribe button. And also please hit the like button, because that really does help my channel by telling YouTube to push this out to more people, and that helps us grow. I hope that you all have a beautiful, blessed day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.